It's time for Salem Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media. Before every broadcast, you can hear Tiger Talk, brought to you by Katie Carty and Candy Mink at Looking Glass Salon and Alicia Watson at Fly & W Boutique, where head coach Madison Satterley discusses the evening's contest with Stan Stevens. It's now time for Tiger Talk on KSMO Media.
Welcome to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens, Coach Madison Satterley. Coach, first off, congratulations on your first SCA win of the year. That had to feel pretty good.
Yes, it was an amazing win for the girls and just the whole entire community.
When you look at the contest with the Thayer Bobcats, first game was, could have gone either way. Second game, Lady Tigers played outstanding. Third game, Lady Tigers struggled. Thayer took advantage of that. Fourth set, I should say, Lady Tigers again came out pretty well dominated there. And then, of course, then you get to that fifth and deciding game, which is only 15 points. There's not a lot of time for any kind of mistakes in that final game. But I thought the Lady Tigers played really well the whole game. I just think that third set, though, we seemed to struggle. And I wanted to compliment you because when the Tigers got in a little bit of trouble there, you called timeout. And that's a big tool for a coach, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You always want to call a timeout when you think it's best for your team. And that's different for everyone. Sometimes they're struggling, but they can figure it out. And then sometimes you just going to call them and give them, like, a mental breakup. Okay, I'm going to go back out there. I'm going to reset. I'm going to take my breath now and everything, and we're good.
And a lot of times, though, too, Coach, it may interrupt the person who's serving. Sometimes they get on a roll, and they just keep going, and they get a feel, and all of a sudden you call timeout, and then they come back, and you watch them hit it right in the net. So sometimes, psychologically, that can mess them up, too, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
So you use that strategy one way or the other, but to get the girls back on track. But I thought overall we had an outstanding team effort and the great communication on the floor. And I wanted to point this out that when Alexis White was getting ready to field a serve and somebody from the bench, I am assuming from the bench, told her to let it go at the very last second, and that ball went out. That's what team is all about. Not just the girls on the floor, but the girls on the bench too, correct?
Absolutely. I emphasize that every single day in practice and every game, that for us to be successful, it takes everyone on the court and off the court everyone has a role of being successful and communicating with each other. And
that really showed in that Thayer matchup. And again, congratulations on that first SCA win. I know you got close a couple times. The Thayer matchup is your first one, but, Ava, you're right there. You went with 5 sets, and then you had, I think, Willow Springs went 4. So you're knocking on the door, Coach. It's just a matter of time, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Let's talk a little bit about the varsity weekend where you're down at Houston for the tournament. You went 2-2 in the tournament. The girls, obviously coming off that big win Thursday, had to feel pretty good going into the tournament, and they played pretty well.
Yes, they did. So our first match of the day was against Willow Springs, and I was very proud of them, of how well they showed up right first thing in the morning, 8:30 in the morning, bright and early. They showed up very good with lots of intensity, lots of communication, lots of effort. We fell in a loss, but it was a really close game, and I was really proud of them. And then the rest of the pool play, we faced Gainesville and Lesterville, and we got a win on them. Mm-hmm. And then first round of bracket, we played Willow Springs again. And they're a good team, but I was still very proud of the way they played all weekend. It was a lot of growth from the beginning of season and even just the past couple weeks.
But
I was very proud of them.
And this is your final tournament like this until you get into district play. But it is the final 2 weeks. It's crunch time, isn't it, Coach?
Yes, it is.
So tonight you're taking a non-conference foe. It's against the Bunker Lady Eagles. Bunker is having a little bit of a down season. They do have one of their girls that's been injured, which has not helped their cause. But you can't take this Bunker Eagle team because they will give you everything, won't they?
Yes, they will.
They like to challenge you, and they're coming off a match with Couch over on Friday. Couch, very, very good team, and they played very well against them. So what your strategy is tonight when you're starting actually the first game tonight, which normally doesn't happen in varsity play, but they do play it that way because they don't have a lot of JV players. They don't know how long that JV match will go. A lot of times, does that throw your timing off when you're coming in and normally you're going to play about 6:30, 7, or all of a sudden you're the first game? Is that going to take the timing off the girls?
I think it'll definitely feel a little different for them because I know against other opponents you have that first match to just mentally focus in, but still very supportive to JV, and that just gives you time to focus and like prepare mentally for the game. So I think that will change a little bit of just when they're going to have to do that, but I think no matter what, they're going to show up and play the same way they will.
I wanted to comment, too. I think on the net play, I mean, watching Trista Dooley and the Fultons, and they really seem to now come together and really get that net play a lot stronger. Do you not see that?
No, absolutely. It has been very good. I've been pushing them a lot and challenging them to be better, and I think they are actually meeting those expectations.
Can you explain the timing? When they go up to block, there's a timing effort or essence in there right there. So you've got to know not to go too early and not to go too late. Can you explain that to our listeners a little bit, how that is?
For blocking, I will say usually it's more focused on as the opponent hitter jumps, I'm going to jump, but my hands need to be pressed over the net into their space, either right before or as they make contact with the ball. Now, that can change at times in the situation, but usually that's a good general rule.
Okay, so there's a strategy to that, too, that when the girls come together for a double block or when they're trying to do a single block, that they have to use that strategy. Otherwise, the ball's going to hit them and stay on your side, right?
Yes, correct.
All right, so I hope some of our listeners are getting a little lesson in volleyball and trying to figure out the net play, because you really watch the girls go up and they make a great play and they get the block kill, and I mean it really can turn a game around, can't it?
Yes, absolutely. Having a big block kill is a great momentum change in a team, and if you're not consistently there getting them, it can be very, very hard on your defense mentality.
Well, I know you got 3 more matches up this week, Coach. It's going to be, it's going to be the crunch time going down the stretch, and we wish you the very best of luck tonight against the Lady Eagles of Bunker. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. Lady Tiger Volleyball, it is next.
Thank you, Stan. That's been Tiger Talk with Coach Madison Satterley and Stan Stevens. Tiger Talk has been brought to you as a courtesy of Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique. Stay tuned. Salem Lady Tiger Volleyball is next.
Progressive Ozark Bank is proud to announce a better way to manage your debit card fraud alerts. Instead of a phone call, customers will receive a message on their text-enabled numbers if there is a concern on a debit card transaction. It's fast and easy. Want to find out how you can get fraud text alerts on your phone? Drop by or call Progressive Ozark Bank for more information. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured, where people matter.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276.
Welcome to this KSMO media broadcast of Salem Tiger Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by Town & Country Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa, Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Taxmasters, Town & Country Insurance, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Joe Brand and Leah Nash, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, United Country Salem Realty, Stephen Patterson Attorney at Law, American Family Insurance, Hubs Tire Center, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center Incorporated, On the Spot Auto Glass, Ozark Overhead Door, Shelter Insurance, Jet Tire and Auto, The Technology Junkyard, Legends Automotive LLC, Salem License Bureau, Prevention Consultants of Missouri, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Discount Bins, Fly-In W Boutique, Healthy Dent County, the City of Salem, VIP Properties, Salem Farm Equipment, Living the Dream Outdoor Properties, Quick Tan and more, Four Rivers Community Health Center and Rocking G Western Trading Post. And now get ready for Salem Lady Tiger Volleyball right here on KSMO Media.
And thank you for joining us for being here at Bunker for our little Lady Tiger Volleyball.
And that's going to be Lady Eagle Volleyball. We got them both. It's going to be an exciting night tonight here in Bunker. We hope that you'll be with us the entire night. It should be a lot of fun. So let's first off, some thank yous. Thank you to our ladies at Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon. They're sponsoring our Tiger Talk. Stop by, see Alicia, Candy, or Katie, and they can help you out and answer any questions you might have. 101 West 4th Street downtown, Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon. Also, a big thank you goes out to United Country Salem Realty. They sponsor our intro to Salem Tiger football, basketball, volleyball, you name it. Babette Wells, a broker owner, is available to assist you. Just give her a call, 573-729-3148, or stop by 605 South Main Street. And if you are video streaming with us, you'll see at the bottom of our screen a scoreboard being brought to you by Ozark Overhead Door. And if you have any questions with overhead door needs, such as a brand new door installation, maybe repairs, get in touch with Zane. He can handle it, all your needs. 314-243-9341, Zane at Ozark Overhead Door. And if you like replays, we got bunches of them, man. And you can thank Hubs Tire Center for that. They bring you our instant replays, a 3-generation family-owned business in Salem, handling your tire needs, plus brakes, inspections, so much more. Check it all out at Hubs Tire Center, 573-729-5800 at 801 South Main Street. Well, we appreciate all of you joining us right here on KSMO Media for this non-conference game. I should say matchup between the Salem Lady Tigers and the Bunker Lady Eagles. These two teams are very close to each other. Salem with a 9-17-1 record. Bunker 9-15-2. Coach Cheyenne Jensen has done a great job with these Lady Eagles, but Coach Sadley has the Lady Tigers rolling pretty good. They've been playing some very good volleyball and look to continue that with a final 6, count them, 6 regular season games or matches left in the year. And then district play will start. I know it gets here all before you know it, but that's the way it works in high school sports, man. The seasons come and go so quick. Anyway, we hope that you get a chance to come on out and support your Lady Tigers. They will still be in Salem a couple more times, so we hope you check that out. Our next contest, by the way, with Salem will be on Thursday when they host the Licking Lady Wildcats. So we hope you'll join us for that one in person at the gym or on KSMO Media. I really do appreciate everyone joining us. I'd like to thank the great sponsors that make it possible for us to bring you Lady Tiger Volleyball, and that is Legends Auto, 500 West City Girls Boulevard in Salem, 573-729-2884. They'll keep your vehicle running in tip-top shape, keeping you safe on the road as the autumn season will finally get kicking in a high gear. We hope. Still haven't seen that yet. So we hope that all that's going to work out. So let's get to another one of those sponsors that help make it possible to bring you Lady Tiger Ball, such as Technology Junkyard, 37,228 Highway 72. Open Monday through Friday from 10 to 6, 573-453-0418. Repair service for your TVs to computers. They can also do repurposing service, recycling, and refurbishing. Check it all out at Technology Junkyard. Talk with Chris, 573-453-0418. All right, we'll have both teams here waiting on the national anthem. Girls have been taken aside by Coach Satterley, has her girls right up front of her bench, and then Bunker Lady Eagles are already standing in attention as we get ready for our national anthem. And we're going to take a 90-second break and come back. It's Tiger Volleyball and Eagle Volleyball on KSMO Media.
It's only because of our sponsors we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these great sponsors include Legends Automotive LLC, Salem License Bureau, Flying W Boutique, the City of Salem, Salem Farm Equipment, VIP Properties, as well as Quick Tan and more. Be sure to thank these sponsors the next time you see them. It's only because of them we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events.
Don't wait wait any longer for great dental care. Four Rivers Community Health Center specializes in helping individuals and families with Medicaid insurance. Need help applying for Medicaid? We have community health workers and navigators to make the process easy. Even if it's been years since you last visited the dentist, we can help. Our comfortable office, compassionate team, and minimally invasive treatments will help you feel completely at ease. Four Rivers Community Health Center. Your community, your health.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Martin in Salem.
And welcome back to Bunker, Missouri. Stan Stevens and the KSMO Media team bringing you Salem Tiger Volleyball as well as Lady Eagle Volleyball. Getting 2 for 1 right here. You can't get that better than that. Anyway, we hope you'll enjoy the contest tonight. Starters for the Salem Lady Tigers are right now.
Addison Stewart, Jr. Morgan Hollis, Jr. Josie Howard, Jr. Alexis White, Sr. Taylor Fulton, Sr. Addison Fulton, Sr. Josie Fulton, Sr.
Their starters will be Kira Turnbow, Haley Turnbow, Jesslyn Damuth, Kara Barton, Lauren Ritter, and Hadley Martin. Their libero will be Courtney Williams. If you're watching on the stream, the Bunker Lady Eagles are in their green jerseys with the black shorts or pants. Allow them to wear more pants now. Black numbers, black lettering and numbers outlined in white. Salem Lady Tigers are in their navy blue shorts with their white jerseys with the Carolina blue numbers and lettering. We're about ready to get this one underway here. We hope you'll enjoy the contest on KSMO Media. I'd like to thank our sponsors from Bunker, GNS Convenience and GNS Farm and Feed, for bringing you Lady Eagle Volleyball, plus the City of Bunker, Canoke Salem, RNS Wood Products, Anytime Excavation, Healing Hands Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Reynolds County Abstract, People's Community Bank, Woods Dairyette, 72 Auto and Supply, Farm Bureau Insurance, Willie Strader Agent, and Lafayette Mexican Restaurant. So we thank all of them for helping bring you Lady Eagle and Lady Tiger Volleyball. About ready to get underway. The officials are ready to go. We're ready to go. Non-conference action between these two schools. And as we mentioned, if you're just joining us, both of them with almost similar records. 9-15-2 for Bunker, 9-17-1 for the Salem Lady Tigers. All right, checking the rotations out to make sure we're good to go. And Coach Jensen has to make a little switch. Had to switch around Kira Turnbow and Jesslyn Damuth. As Addison Fulton goes back to serve, we're ready to play some volleyball on your Monday afternoon. Thanks for being along. Fulton with the service comes back, and it's an ace. Right off the bat, the Lady Tigers get an ace from Fulton. That's 1-0 Salem Tiger. That's a great way to start out your game on this first set. Fulton's next service comes down, placed straight up in the air by Turnbow, comes back to Damuth, and bumped over by Barton. Comes to the Tigers, set up for Taylor Fulton, and she gets the deflection and in. I think that went off the hand, I believe, of Kara Barton, and then fell in front of Damuth. 2-0 Lady Tigers. Nice set by Howard right there for that kill. Addie Fulton back to serve, 2 serving 0. First set, that's deep, out it goes. Point side out to the Lady Eagles. Lauren Ritter will go back to serve. Alexis White checks in, and she fields that service. Comes to Howard. Howard setting it up high, going for the kill is Taylor, and she's got it. Fulton with the first kill of the night for the Salem Lady Tigers. Addison Stewart checks out. Hollis checks out. Jovi Gallagher goes back to serve. Her service played straight up in the air by Turnbow. Comes down at the net, trying to dink it down, and getting the point is Kara Barton. Playing it off the Lady Tiger player at the net. 2 serving 3. Haley Turnbow back to serve. She's a lefty. Some very short service, and it's an ace. That's a nice serve by Turnbow. Just barely made it over the net. Actually kind of nicked the tape that went across. And we're tied at 3-3 here in this first set. Turnbow with another soft serve. Played there by Alexis. Going back over to Jesse Fulton for that kill, but it's too deep. Point for the Lady Eagles. Haley Turnbow from the middle of the basketball free throw area. Short service again comes up, dug out nicely by Gallagher and pushed over by Fulton. Comes to the net. Ritter setting it there for Barton, and it's played by the Lady Tigers. Going to keep it alive? No, they cannot. The kill over Kara Barton, her first. Actually, her second. 5 serving 3. The Eagles with the lead. Haley Turnbow's next service. Again, very soft. Dug out there by White. Pushed high and going for that kill. And point for the Lady Eagles as the attempted kill by Taylor Fulton hit the antenna. That stops play immediately. 6 serving 3. Very soft serve again. This one in the net. Point side out, Lady Tigers. So Haley Turnbow with a very soft serve. Had some success with that one, racking up 4 points. Audrey Green checks in, the sophomore with the usually orange or pink shoes. Here he comes down to serve, and that one is off the hands of Kiara Turnbow, and that's an ace. Five serving 6. We are in the first set. Next one for Green. That's deep. Played straight up in the air and pushed up to the front and bumped over nicely by Hadley Martin. The Tigers set it. Going for the dink was Walters, but a caught ball called on Bunker. And we're tied at 6-6. Green to serve again. First set, short service. Played back over the net and out of bounds. Point for the Lady Tigers. Turnbow came up, tried to play it over and did, but the ball just missed the sideline by about 3 or 4 inches. Green's next service comes down. Played straight up in the air by Turnbow. Comes back to the net, pushed over by Barton. Here is Alexis White for Taylor Fulton. Just dinks it across. Pushed up high to Ritter. All the way across it goes. Trying to dig it over was Damon. Tigers playing at the net. Pushing it back, and Walters will play it deep, and it's just out. Just out. Good idea by Allison. Point side out, Lady Eagles. 7 serving 7. This is the first set. Kara Barton to serve. She pokes that across. Played back by Gallagher to the net. And a big blast. The Tigers keep it alive. And bumping it over for Lady Tigers is Green. Ritter to the net. Going for that kill. And getting the kill is Kiara Turnbow. Nicely set. Turnbow with the kill. Her first of the night. 8 serving 7. We are in the first set. Barton's next service comes down. Dug out there by White. And it comes into the net. Played over by Walters. Set there by Turnbow. Ritter trying to push it back, but nobody there for the Lady Eagles. Ball was close to the net, and Lauren could only play it back, and we are tied 8-8 as Tigers get the point side out, and Taylor Fulton back to serve. Service, a hard serve, played there off the hands of Barton and off the rafters, and pushed back into the net by Lauren Ritter. Point for the Lady Tigers, 9 serving 8. Taylor Fulton. That service spins off the hands of the Lady Eagle player, Turnbow. That's an ace. And a timeout called by Coach Jensen. With the score, the Salem Lady Tigers 10 and Bunker 8. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. It's Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate, estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
Our timeout's brought to you as a courtesy of American Family Insurance. Jonah Schaefer, your agent. And if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with him in the Crossroads Shopping Center, 573-729-5165 for the right insurance. Cut in touch with Jonah today. 10 serving 8. This is the first set. Fulton's next service, played there by Martin, straight up in the air, and bumped by Martin to the net. Nice block kill by Allison Walters, as it was Kira Turnbow trying to tip that over. Walters with the block kill. Her first of the night. 11 serving 8. Service comes down right to Hadley Martin. It comes to the net, and trying to push that over was Kira Turnbow. She just could not elevate it. And the Lady Tigers get another point. 12-8. Martin had trouble with that volley on that serve. And her pass a little bit off. That one's pretty deep, and that one is out by Taylor Fulton. Point side out, Lady Eagles. Salem 12, the Lady Eagles 9. 9 serving 12 as Hadley Martin goes back to serve it. Played off the arms of Fulton, kept alive by Lady Tigers, but can't get it over. Gallagher kept it alive. Walters put it right back to the net, but hit the very top strip and fell back on the Salem side. 10 serving 12. Martin's next service. Played there by White to the net, and that's going to come off the net and in on the kill by Turnbow. A little bit too far on the pass. Kara banked that off of the top of the net. It fell right over the Lady Tigers defense. 11 serving 12. Martin's next service. That's spinning down. Played there by Taylor Fulton to Green. Backsetting it for Walters. Pushing it deep. Martin to the net. They get it to Turnbow as Ritter said that one. And now push back to Kara Martin. Playing it deep. Kept alive, but nobody can help out Gallagher. Jovi Gallagher dove, kept it up in the air, but White couldn't get it like she was backing up. And we are tied at 12. Good saves on both teams there. Martin's service comes down to White. Played up in the air, and everybody lets it fall. A little miscommunication there. 13 serving 12. 5 straight points for the Eagles. Martin serves it down. Played there by Gallagher to the net. Sending it back to Ritter. Trying to go back across. Damath plays it too deep. As Kara Turnbow had that ball at the net, but played it to Ritter to set up Damath, but she played it too deep. We're tied at 13. This is the first set. Allison Walters back to serve. Walters' service is hard. Played off of Martin. Kept alive by Barton and bumped over by Ritter. There's White for Salem. To Green. Short set for Fulton. Addie smashes it down. Wow, she got on top of that one. Beautiful set by the Lady Tigers Green. Kind of waiting for Morgan Hollis to get her shoe tied. 14 serving 13. This is the first set here at Bunker. Short service, played there by Martin to Ritter. In the middle of the floor, it goes to Turnbow, pushing it across. Hollis to Green, setting it back for Hollis, trying to get it across. Does, right into Damath. And that ball goes into the net and hit twice by Ritter. Point for the Lady Tigers. 15 serving 13. Walters back to serve. That's a nice serve. Played off the rafters, but kept alive by Bunker and pushed over nicely by Martin. A quick pass. Nice play by Martin to dig that one out. Now Damath dinks it in. She had Lady Tigers moving, and Damath saw that and just dinked it over the anticipated block by the Lady Tigers. Nice job by the Lady Eagles to keep that one alive. Jesslyn Damath back to serve. Coming down to the Tigers, trying to push it down. And that was Addison Fulton. Hollis to Green, to Addie Fulton for the kill. She's got it off the head or arm right there at the net of Haley Turnbow. Kill for Addie, her second. Trista Dooley will check out as Josie Howard comes in. Coming back in is Addison Stewart for Salem as well. 16 serving 14, and Howard puts it right in the net. Point side out, Lady Eagles. Back to serve is Kiera Turnbow. We're in the first set here at Bunker. Hope you're enjoying the contest. Been a close one all the way through. Turnbow ready. She serves it up off the edge of the net. Diving effort by Stewart, but that's an ace. Ball just hit the top of the tape, trickled down, and Stewart tried to get underneath it, could not. 16 all. That service comes down, dug out nicely by the Tigers, keeping it alive, but pushing it back into the Tiger bench was Howard. And another ace, virtually, for Turnbow. Tigers struggled to get that one. 17 serving 16. One spins to Stewart. Now to Howard, setting it up for Jesse. But kept alive at the net, no. Bunker can't get to it as Kiera Turnbow tried to pass it up to Haley Turnbow, but Haley just couldn't get to it. It was too close to the net. Point inside out, Lady Tigers. Addison Fulton back to serve. 17-17. First set. Service, a soft set. Played there by Turnbow. Comes back to Turnbow, pushed over by Barton. Howard setting it back for Hollis, playing it deep. Played back toward the net and underneath the net by Damath. And a point for the Lady Tigers. Damath tried to pass it to the front of the net. Ritter couldn't get there. Neither could Haley Turnbow. And the ball falls underneath the twine. 18 serving 17. That service comes down. Played straight up in the air by Martin. Pushed over to the net, and Turnbow pushes it in the net. 19-17. Addie Fulton with 3 straight service points. Her next service comes down. Played there by Damon to the net. Ritter back setting it for Barton to push it over, but a point on net violation. Nope, going to call a caught ball. Thought it might have been a net violation on Barton because she tried to get around Ritter, but a caught ball called on Bunker. It's 20 serving 17. Addie Fulton with the next service. Played there by Ritter, keeping it alive and bumped over nicely by Barton. Tigers, Howard, short setting it for Fulton with a block kill by Kara Barton on the attempted kill by the Lady Tigers. Nicely done. Lauren Ritter back to serve. Point side out for the Lady Eagles. 18 serving 20. Service, a high soft serve, comes down to Taylor Fulton. Setting it back for Hollis. Going for the kill off the hand of Martin. That one goes down. Hollis with her first kill of the night. Morgan, a 5'9" junior. She'll be checking out along with Addison Stewart. Coming in to serve the Lady Tigers is Jovi Gallagher. Jovi's service is high and deep. Played back to the net. Ritter back setting it. Pushing it across is Haley Turnbow. Fulton setting it for Walters, who just tries to dink it in, but kept alive by the Lady Eagles and pushed over by Martin. Walters sets it for Jesse off the hands of Turnbow, and the kill for Jesse Fulton. Her first of the game. 22 serving 18, the first set. Gallagher's serve comes all the way back. Ritter back sets it, and pushing it right in the net was was Turnbow. Looked like the pass was intended for Barton at the front, but Ritter put it back to Kiara Turnbow, who promptly put it right in the net. 23 serving 18. Gallagher's next service played back. Played to the net by Damon. They set it across for Barton. Nice play there to dig it out initially by Alexis White, but the ball sails into the bunker bench. Point for the Lady Eagles and a side out as well. And Haley Turnbow, who had 5 service points her first time, comes up with the Eagles trailing it by 4. It's 19 serving 23. White digs it out, comes back to the net, playing it across, and again, a bad pass by the Tigers as Kara Barton gets the block kill. She's got 3 in this game. 20 serving 23. That service comes back to White. Played high up there to Howard, back setting it for Jesse, and she goes for the kill, but there's Ritter. To Martin, and then bumped over by Turnbow. Short set going forward as Walter sticking it over the net. Howard with the short set. Allison Walter just tried to dink it in, but it hit the top of the twine. Right on the tape that says Bunker Eagles if you're watching. Point again for the Eagles. Back to a 2-point game. Played to the net, Gallagher. Now cross and kept alive by Bunker. That ball hit by Fulton. Just played across. Howard setting it toward the net. Just pushing it across is Fulton. Bunker sets it up. And going for the kill is Damon. But there is Taylor Fulton. To Howard. Back to Taylor for the kill. She banks it off the back wall. Wow. And Coach Satterley wants a timeout with a score. Salem 23, the Lady Eagles 22. We'll come back in 30 seconds. Timeout brought to you by American Family Insurance agent Jonas Schaefer. 573-729-5165. Back in 30 seconds. Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
Rocket G Western and Trading Post. They are a great supporter of your Salem Lady Tigers. For all your Western apparel needs, boots, and decor, see them at 3629 North Highway 19 or go 573-247-5000. Locally owned, Rocket G Western and Trading Post. Haley Turnbow, another strong service effort. Another dinker kept alive and pushed over by Fulton. Ritter puts it up high in the air to Barton, playing it back toward Damuth, and she plays it across. Tigers Walters sets it, now gets it back, trying to dink it in, but there's Damuth to Ritter, back to Damuth for the push, and it's in, and it's tied at 23. Jesse Fulton and Allison Walters went up for the kill, but Damuth got it over him. 23 all. Next service point comes across, played to Howard. Now come back to Taylor Fulton, the block kill by the Lady Eagles, Kara Martin, and Bunkers as game point. 6 straight service points by Haley Turnbow. The service comes across, and that is in. It's a game winner. Right on the line, an ace to win it, and Bunker takes the first one, 25-23. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back with more volleyball action. It's Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's only because of our sponsors we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these sponsors include Town and Country Bank, one of America's best regional banks in 2025 as ranked by Newsweek. United Country Salem Realty, Hubs Tire Center, On the Spot Auto Glass, Ozark Overhead Door, Looking Glass Salon, and the Technology Junkyard. Thanks to these sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
And we welcome you back to Bunker, Missouri. Stan Stevens, the KSMO media team, bringing you Lady Tiger and Lady Eagle volleyball. I'd like to thank Quick Tanning Moore for being a proud supporter of your Lady Tigers. 24-hour tanning with a stand-up bed and 6 other tanning beds. Located at 405 North Main Street. Check them out for you get that good, gold, and crisp, beautiful tan. 573-453-8024. Quick Tanning Moore. 24-hour tanning. And by Living a Dream Outdoor Properties, Jenna Deason is your agent you want to get in touch with if you want farm or hunting or recreational outdoor property. She is a land specialist for Living a Dream Outdoor Properties. Call Jenna, 573-247-0521. Bunker takes game one, 25-23. Trailing 18-23. 7 straight points by Haley Turnbow, including a game-winning ace right on the line, as Bunker takes the first set. They'll start out with Lauren Ritter serving. Lady Tigers made a couple mistakes, but that was a seesaw game back and forth all the way to the very beginning. Lauren Ritter with a service, played there by White. Bumped across by Stewart, played over the net by Fulton. Pushing in the middle of 4. Playing it deep as Barton. Playing it to White. To Howard. Short setting it for Addie Fulton, but Dovale. Now playing it as Martin. Played nicely by White to keep it alive. Set to the net. And getting the kill as Hollis going cross court. Nicely done. Morgan Hollis coming off that wing with the outside hit. 1 serving 0. Addison Fulton a serve. Booms that one across right to Damuth. Put there by Ritter, now to Martin trying to play it deep. Goes off the shoulder of Addison Stewart. And it's a 1-1 game. Martin with a kill here in game 2. Haley Turnbow will go back to serve. The lefty with 1 blue shoe, 1 pink shoe. Serves that one deep. Played up to the net. That's going to be another ace. Boy, she's just dominating on the services tonight. Salem has really struggled with her serves. 2 serving 1, a very soft serve. Dug out. Put there by Howard, back and trying to get the block kill, but the Tigers, Hollis is alive. Now Taylor Fulton trying to dig it in. Bunker keeps it alive, setting it for Barton, pushing it down and in. Kara Barton with the kill. Very close to the net. Salem couldn't really get that ball back and get a good set. And Bunker took advantage of it. Haley Turnbow plays that one a little bit deeper. Stewart to the net. Tipped back by Howard and pushed over by Fulton. at the net. They go across, just trying to dig it over was Dameth. Tigers trying back center for Hollis, going deep, but too deep. 4-1 Lady Eagles. Turnbow's next service comes down to Taylor Fulton. Getting into Howard, back to Taylor, trying to dink it over. There's Ritter. Pushing it back across to Barton in the middle for the kill. Kept alive momentarily by Howard, but Taylor can't get to it. 5-1. Haley Turnbow's got some magic in her serves, I'm telling you. That service into the net, that helps. Point side out, Lady Tigers. Whatever reason, Salem seems to struggle with her serves. Her first come around was very soft serves. Doesn't appear from our angle to be anything special, but she already in this match has already racked up 16 service points. Gallagher with a serve, and that was deep. The play there by Bunker, and they'll bump it over. That's Martin. Here's White setting it for Howard. The short set for Walters, trying to dink it in, but it's too high. Comes back to Bunker. They go for the kill, but there's White again. Howard setting it for Taylor Fulton. Goes off Ritter, pushed up high in the air by Turnbow and pushed back over by Martin. Taylor Fulton to Howard. Back to Walters, playing it deep. Tipped, and it's good for Salem. Ritter deflected that one away from Turnbow. The kill for Walters. And it's 3-5. Jovi Gallagher back to serve again. This is the second set. That service played there by Turnbow. Comes to the net for Dameth. Blocked down at the net. Pushed back by Barton. To Ritter. Back to Dameth for the kill. White tries to play it. Kept alive by Gallagher. And bumped over by Howard. Good job by the Lady Tigers. Ritter setting it for Dameth again. Trying to dink it in. And she gets it again. Lady Tigers have not wised up to that play yet. That's 3 of them that have happened. When we go for a double block, they're just dinking it over top. Point side out, Lady Eagles. That service hits the top of the net. This time stays on the Bunker side for point side out on net violation. 4-6. This is the second set. Audrey Green in the serve. 4-6. Her service way out of bounds. Point side out to the Lady Eagles. Hadley Martin back to serve. Martin's service is deep. Play there by the Lady Tigers. Comes over to Taylor Fulton, excuse me. Plays it up in the air to Ritter. Now back to Barton, who plays it across to White for the Salem Lady Tigers. They set it in the net, and going deep with it was Taylor Fulton, but there are the Lady Eagles. Down to Dameth, just trying to dink it over. Nice play by White, I should say by Green, and the Tigers are able to play it back across. Ritter at the net, puts it too close to the net, bad pass, and the Lady Tigers get the point. Point side out, 5-7. Bunker went back to the well one too many times on a dink, and Green read it, kept it alive. Salem gets the point. Service by Taylor Fulton comes down to Turnbow to the net, trying to take it over. Yeah, they did again. Kiara Turnbow with that dink. Five for the Lady Tigers, 8 for the Lady Eagles. Jesslyn Dameth back to serve. Dameth's service comes down to Fulton. To the net to Green. Setting it there for Walters for the kill. She's got it. Gallagher checks out. Hollis back in. Allison Walters to serve. That service is deep. Played there by Martin. Pushed to the net. And Turnbow trying to get across. Hollis high in the air. Goes for the kill here. And partially tipped to the net. And that's going to be a Lady Tiger kill. Well done by Hollis. 7 serving 8. This is the second set. Bunker won the first one, 23-25. Ritter setting it there for Barton. For Turnbow. And Turnbow gets the kill. Beat the Tiger block. And she'll go back to serve. We are at, of course, courtside, so occasionally we get screened out of numbers. That service comes across, nicely dug out by Stewart, pushed back by Green, and bumped over by Hollis. Played there by Turnbow, bumped over by Ritter. Tigers keep it alive. Here's Stewart setting it for Hollis, trying to get across. Ritter tips it, comes over to Turnbow. Kept alive by Green, and back set pushed over by Stewart. Martin's there for Bunker. They get it now, trying to dink it in, and getting that dink is Barton. (10-7), Eagles on top. Eagles serving. Kara Turnbow to serve. Blasts that one. Stewart plays it over to White, who pushes it toward the net, and Hollis thinks it over. And then Ritter couldn't handle it. Ball kind of handcuffed her. And Lauren tried to play it up in the air, could not. Point for the Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers, Josie Howard back to serve, 8 serving 10. That service comes down, played to the net, and won't get over the net by Hadley Martin. That'll be an ace for Josie. Nine serving 10. This is the second set. Service slides down, played by Martin into the net. Actually hit the antenna. As the official on the chair showed it would hit the antenna. 10-10 our score. This is the second set, as we mentioned. Hope you're enjoying it. There's Turnbow to the net, going for Barton, trying to dig it down. And they get the point, the kill, right down the sideline. Ritter back to serve. Service is a deep one, played there by White to Howard, setting in there for Taylor Fulton. She gets the kill. (11-11) our score. It's the Salem serving. That service comes down and off the hand of Namath. I think there's a little confusion between her and Kiera Turnbow, and that's an ace. And a timeout called by Coach Cheyenne Jensen. Salem 12, Bunker 11. We're going to take a 30-second break and come back as Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
From our yard into your home. At Can Oak, Missouri in Salem, we specialize in superior kiln-dried lumber and hardwood flooring built to last. Choose from red oak, white oak, and hickory. Ask about grade lumber and special orders for straight line ripping and custom widths. Visit us at 435 County Road 6430 or call 573-729-3310. Can Oak, Missouri. High-end quality wood, locally made.
And don't forget that timeout brought to you by Jonah Schaefer of American Family Insurance. And don't forget, too, that Jonah is at the Crossroads Shopping Center. And if you haven't had a chance to review the assets of your home, make sure you do so to make sure you got the right coverage. Jonah Schaefer at American Family Insurance. And I want to thank our friends at On the Spot Auto Glass for being a proud supporter of your Lady Tigers. What they do is in their name. They change out your auto glass on the spot. Call them 573-247-3608. Or check them out on Facebook, On the Spot Auto Glass. Here's Fulton's service, comes down, pushed to the net, dug out by Ritter back, and pushed over by Turnbow. Here's Howard setting it now, trying to dig that in, and kept alive by Bunker. As that was Jesse Fulton, and then a nice blast by Turnbow, gets in just inside the back line. Point for the Lady Eagles on the excellent dig out of the net by Lauren Ritter, keeping it alive for the Lady Eagles. 12-12 our score. Haley Turnbow to serve. Comes back to White. To the net. Back setting it now for Taylor Fulton, playing it deep. Played to the net by Turnbow, into the net, and they can't take it out. The Lady Tigers solve Haley Turnbow that time, and we're tied 12-12. Don't forget, the start of our matches are brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Strader, your agent. Whether you be in Bunker or Salem, Willie can help you answer questions you might have. 573-729-4941 at 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. Well, Kiera Turnbow, I think, got caught between what she wanted to do with the ball, and that's an ace for the Lady Tigers. As Gallagher gets the ace. Jovi will serve again, 14 serving 12. That comes back to Turnbow, to Ritter. Setting it for Damon, trying to push it deep. Played there by Howard, but unable to play it for anybody else. Salem Howard could not keep it in front of her. Ball went behind her. Point side out to the Lady Eagles. 13 serving 14. Kara Barton to service, comes across. Played there by Fulton. Now to Howard, setting it for Jesse Fulton for the kill. Played there by Bunker. Ritter setting it for Damath, trying to dink it in. Kept alive by Salem. And then they had two girls miscommunicate. Howard and Jovi Gallagher both standing right there. Gallagher started to go for it and then pulled away. 14-14. Barton's next service in the net. Point side out, Lady Tigers. Green and Dooley will come in. (15-14) Salem on top. Bunker won the first one, 25-23, coming from a 23-18 deficit. Pass by Barton to the net to Martin. She couldn't get to it, and that'll be an ace for Audrey Green. It's her second of this match and second of this set. Green's the next service, flailed back. Played there by Barton. Ritter setting it there to Martin, trying to dink it across. Didn't get enough on it. Fell short into the net. 17-14, Lady Tigers on top. Audrey Green spooks that one again wide down the right side. That's twice. And both times missing badly down the right sideline. I think that one actually nicked the antenna. So side out to the Lady Eagles. And Hadley Martin will serve. That comes deep. Played up high in the air by Gallagher. Now across to Green. And going for that kill was Fulton, and kept alive by Bunker, but that'll be 4 hits. Point for the Lady Tigers. And side out. Alexis White will check out. Addison Fulton back in. Taylor Fulton back to serve. That service comes down, played by Barton to the net. Bumped across by Damath. There is Gallagher. And bumping it over is Fulton. Kept alive by Bunker. In the middle it goes to Turnbow. They're played up by Taylor Fulton. To Green, and now to Addison Fulton, who pushes it in the net. Set might have been a little short. Then Addie tried to use the palm to get it over with. Damath with a service. Comes down to Fulton, kept alive by Green, and pushing it across to Walters. She gets it across there, and now Barton goes for the kill, but there's Gallagher to Green, and caught ball called on Green. (17 serving 18). Damath to serve again. That service is way deep and out of bounds. Point side out, Lady Tigers. Allison Walters goes back to serve. The 5'10 junior. 19 serving 17. Salem with the lead. That service played straight up in the air by Damath, down to Ritter, and pushed over by Barton. There's Walters. In the air to Green. Setting it there for Dooley. Partially tipped, pushed back across the net. Pushed back over. Bad play by the Lady Tigers. And back of the net. Pushing it over is Hollis and in. Salem got away with one there. As they had a bad pass to the net. but Turnbow didn't turn on it and allowed the Lady Tigers to be able to play it. So good job by Salem of taking advantage of that miscue by Bunker. That service is way too deep by Walters. Point side out, Lady Eagles. Addison Stewart will come in. Kira Turnbow back to serve. The right-hander pushed it right in the net. Point side out, Lady Tigers. Jesse Fulton and Josie Howard will check in. Green and Dooley check out. (21) serving 18. We're in the second set. Bunker won the first one. That service comes down, played up high in the air. And then Damon's going to play it back up front, and it falls between two Lady Eagles. Turnbow played it up high. It was bumped up by Damon, but no Lady Eagle could play it there. Howard's next service, flat-footed, comes back to Damon, to the net to Ritter, pushing it back, and Bunker unable to get it across as Hadley Martin could not elevate it. And a timeout called by Coach Cheyenne Jensen. 23-18, Salem on top in this second set. We'll come back in 30 seconds with more volleyball action. It's Lady Tiger Volleyball and Lady Eagle Volleyball on KSMO Media.
Come on down to 72 Auto Supply, your local CarQuest dealer right here in Bunker. We've got everything you need from high-quality auto parts to livestock feed, rugged heavy-duty equipment supplies, and tools to keep your operation moving. As a CarQuest location, we're bringing the largest distribution network in the industry to serve Bunker. Locally owned, community-driven, 72 Auto and Supply in Bunker is here for you.
Like to thank our friends at Discount Bins for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. And of course, you can check things out over there. They have great specials all the time, except for Thursdays. That's when they restock. So check it out for yourself. Find out what treasures you can find at Discount Bins. 1201 Scenic Rivers Boulevard East. Or call 573-543-2113. Discount Bins. 23 serving 18. We're in the second set. Howard with that service, played straight up in the air by Martin. Pushed across to Turnbow. Played back toward the net by Stewart. Setting it high for Jesse. And that played back toward the net. Tipped into the net, though, by Ritter. And the Lady Tigers are at game point. Josie Howard. As we mentioned, game point here. Turnbow playing it up to the net, trying to tip it over, and they do get it over. Was Turnbow as she and Fulton came together. And the Lady Tigers will win this one by a score of 25-18. That's one set apiece. We've got the third set coming your way in 2 minutes. It's Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
When you need excavation or concrete work done, there's only one name to call. Anytime Excavation. Whether it's clearing land, digging foundations, or creating solid concrete surfaces, Anytime Excavation gets the job done right. On time, every time. We're committed to delivering quality work that stands the test of time. Call Anytime Excavation today at 573-247-9173. No matter the projects, we'll dig in and make it happen. Anytime Excavation.
Bunker is a small community with a big heart. The city of Bunker would like to invite you to come spend a day or a lifetime here. Stop in and check out the history of Bunker at the Bunker Museum. See how Bunker came about and what makes Bunker a special place. Or you might like to come and spend a day in their city park. The city of Bunker would like to say a big thank you to the Tom Stock Foundations for all their help. For more information about Bunker, stop in at Bunker City Hall at 620 6th Street.
Are you struggling with back pain, headaches, or alpha-gal? At Healing Hands Chiropractic and Acupuncture Clinic in Salem, Dr. Samantha Anderson brings gentle chiropractic, acupuncture, and cupping therapy for whole family care. She's among Missouri's few providers SAAT certified. A targeted auricular acupuncture that can help with alpha-gal syndrome. Feel better naturally and get back to what you love. Call 573-453-2015 or book online today and place your wellness in good hands.
craving bold, home-style Mexican flavors right here in Bunker? Welcome to La Feta Mexican Restaurant on Main Street. Enjoy fresh tacos, burritos, and all your Mexican favorites. Then kick back with friends where the vibes are warm and the drinks are cold. Follow us on Facebook for our specials and nights with live music and karaoke. Hungry now? Head to 108 Main Street in Bunker and taste why locals are talking. La Feta Mexican Restaurant. Great food, friendly faces, small town heart.
Don't forget the Lady Salem Tigers will be at Kabul tomorrow. Yes, that's a rescheduled matchup with the freshmen playing a couple sets, JV a couple sets in the varsity. That'll all get underway after a JV basketball game. So that's going to be a real crowded gym at Kabul. Then I'll start at about 5:30 tomorrow night. And then our next broadcast of Lady Tiger Volleyball will be on Thursday when the Licking Wildcats come to Salem High School gym. August underway with freshman game to start things out at 5. JV to follow, and then the varsity matchup. We'll have that varsity matchup on KSMO Media. All righty, one set apiece. I'd like to thank our friends from Bunker to help bring you Salem and Lady Tiger basketball. Lady Tiger basketball. Where am I going with that one? I got that JV basketball game in my head. All right. So we want to thank our friends from Bunker for welcoming us here to allow you to bring you Lady Tiger Volleyball as Fulton serves it down. Played there by Ritter up high in the air, and Damon will play it back across. There's Addie Fulton to Howard. Going for Taylor Fulton, trying to dig it down, but pushed back. Now pushed up toward the net and dinked over by Hollison in. One nothing Lady Tigers. Beginning of this match brought to you by your friends at Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Strader agent, 729-4941, 1414 West City Cruz Boulevard. Get all your insurance needs taken care of by Willie Strader. Turnbow to net, comes right down, and blasting it home was Taylor Fulton. On the bad pass by Turnbow. 2-0 Lady Tigers. Turnbow passed that one right to Taylor, who crunched it. Addie Fulton with a soft serve. Comes down to Martin. Pushed up to the net by Turnbow. Pushed over by Barton. Howard to Stewart. Now comes across to Taylor Fulton. Trying to take it in. Kept alive. No! Martin dove. Got that ball up in the air, but Kira Turnbow couldn't get to it. 3-0 Salem Lady Tigers. Three serving 0. This is the third set. Fulton with a service, and that's an ace. Beautiful serve by Fulton. And she's got an ace. 4-0 Lady Tigers here in this third set. Addison Fulton, her next service into the net. Point side out, Lady Eagles. Again, I want to thank the Bunker sponsors that bring us Bunker Volleyball. We'll have more of those games coming up as well, like City of Bunker, Canoke of Salem, RNS Wood Products, and Anytime Excavation, plus GNS Convenience and GNS Farm and Feed. That service by Bunker, too deep. Point side out, Lady Tigers. Jovi Gallagher checks in. She'll go back and serve. Hollis checks out. Walters also back in. Gallagher's service goes back to the net, and her pass from Damath up to the net was too far. Into the twine it went. Point for the Lady Tigers. 6 serving 1. Gallagher's next service. Comes down, played there by Ritter toward the net. Playing it across. Tigers, Howard getting to it. Now across to Jesse Fulton, but played there by Damath. Kept alive by Ritter and bumped over by Turnbow. White digs it out to Howard, setting it for Walters. Pushed it down, but a nice dig by Damath. Comes back across to Martin, but there's White for the Lady Tigers. Howard back setting it for Jesse Fulton. On the line it goes. That's a kill for Jesse down the line. 7-1 Salem. Gallagher's next service comes down, played it straight up by Martin to Ritter. Now to Damath, playing it deep, pushed there by White, kept alive to the net, but no. White's pass across a little bit low, and Jesse Fulton couldn't elevate it. Point for the Lady Eagles. Back to serve is Haley Turnbow. She's had Salem's number most of the night. Her service is short, played there by Taylor Fulton. To Howard, to the net, to Taylor, taking it in. That's good. Pushed it away for the attempted block by Martin. And Taylor with her second kill this set. 8 serving 2 as Green comes in to serve. Trista Dooley also comes to the front line. 8 serving 2 in this third set. Here at Bunker, that service goes to Barton. I should say goes to Turnbow, pushed over by Ritter. The pass comes across to Taylor Fulton, blocked back down, but she recovered and pushed it back over. Now Ritter setting it up for Barton, and that falls in on the dink. All 6 Salem Tigers were right there, but none of them could dive in there and get it. It's a nice play by Kara Barton to get that kill. She goes back to serve, 3 serving 8. Her service comes down, dug out by White, comes back across the net. Turnbow to Ritter, now to Martin, and a block kill by Allison Walters. Beautifully done by the Lady Tigers at the net. If you were listening to Tiger Talk, you heard Coach Satterley tell you how did they have to do that to block. Ball tipped by Ritter on that hard serve and bumped over by Barton. Tigers at the net. Green setting it for Walters. She gets the kill. Nicely done by the Lady Tigers. 10 serving 3 here in this third set. Good to be the aggressor on offense rather than trying to play it on defense. Here's Ritter setting there for Martin, playing it across, played up high, but off the rafter here at Bunker by Gallagher, and that falls on the Salem side. Point side out to the Lady Eagles. Hadley Martin back to serve. 4 serving 10. Martin's service comes down to Gallagher, plays it up high again. Here's Green. Across to Fulton, just trying to dig it in, and she does. Addison Fulton gets the kill. Again, I'd like to thank the rest of those Bunker sponsors that help bring you Lady Eagle Volleyball, like Healing Hands Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Reynolds County Abstract, People's Community Bank, Woods Dairyette, 72 Auto Supply, Farm Bureau Insurance, Willie Strader, your agent, and the Fajita Mexican Restaurant. Pushing it across is Damath, keeping it alive is Hollis, just pushed back over by Damath. Keeping it alive, the Tigers go across for Hollis, who dinks it across. Ritter keeps it alive and then goes to Martin. Now Hollis playing it deep. There is Barton to Ritter, trying to push it across, but it goes over and out of bounds. And a point for the Lady Tigers. Bad pass by Ritter there. And Coach Cheyenne Jensen wants a timeout. With a score, the Salem Lady Tigers 12, Bunker 4. Back at 30 seconds. Lady Tiger Volleyball breaks are brought to you by American Family Insurance agent Jonas Schaefer. Back at 30, Tiger Volleyball at KSMO.
At People's Community Bank in Bunker, we still believe in banking with a personal touch. When you walk in, we greet you by name, offer a variety of services, and let you get back to your day. People's Community Bank also offers many types of loans with competitive rates, fast approval, low closing costs, and confidentiality. Most importantly, these decisions are made locally. When you choose People's Community Bank in Bunker, you choose a bank that cares.
I'd like to thank you all for joining us for Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media, and also Bunker Lady Eagle Volleyball on KSMO Media. Salem and Bunker tied at 1 set apiece. We're in the third set. Salem with a 12-4 lead. Allison Walters with a short service, brought there by Martin. Played up high to Barton, playing across. There's White for the Salem Lady Tigers. Now to Green. Coming across to Dooley, and she put it in the net. Point side out, Lady Eagles. Dooley will check out. Damath back to serve. Jesslyn Damath. That service comes to White. Passing it over to Hollis, way across over to Dooley, and just pushes it across. Now Ritter trying to dig it in. Dug out by Dooley. Pushing it across to Hollis. In the middle of the floor it goes. There's Martin. Comes across to Turnbow, but the Tiger Stewart is there. Just trying to dig it over was Addison, and the Lady Eagles were wise to that. Pushing it back across. Going deep, though, was Dooley. To Ritter. Now to Barton, playing it across. There's Stewart to Green. Going for it is Hollis. That's good. Hollis right down the sideline off the arm of Dameth, and it's a beautiful kill by Morgan Hollis. That's her 6th of the match and 2nd of this 3rd set. 13 serving 5 as Josie Howard comes in. The 5'5" junior. Pretty much a flat-footed serve. Comes back to Martin, to Ritter, and pushing it across is Dameth. Howard setting it at the net. Hollis for the kill. She's got it. 3 kills for Hollis. We're in the 3rd set, 14 serving 5. Service, a nice serve play there, though, by Barton. Pushing it back to Turnbow, playing it there. Stewart over to Hollis in the middle of the floor, bumped over by Addison Fulton. They set it there quickly for Turnbow, and it's too deep. Kiara Turnbow got under that one and sailed it. 15 serving 5. Forgot to add the point. Howard's next service is deep. Played there by Dameth to Ritter. Bumping it across, and Turnbow plays it over. Hollis to Howard. Back to Hollis for the kill. She put it in the net. Timed that kill just a hair late. Point side out to the Lady Eagles. Kiara Turnbow back to serve. 6 serving 15 in this 3rd set. That service comes across to White. Playing up high. Almost hit the rafters again, and now comes across to Jesse Fulton, who plays it over. Now Barton in the middle, playing it deep. White to Howard. Setting it there for the kill for Fulton, but Bunker is there. Now the shot off the net by Barton. And again, confusion on the Lady Tiger side as Jesse Fulton and Alexis White both went for it and both pulled up. Giving a point away to Lady Eagles. Kiara Turnbow with that serve goes right in the net. Point and side out to the Lady Tigers. (16 serving 7). Addison Fulton back to serve. That service spins down, goes off the arms of Martin. It's an ace. (17 serving 7). Bunker won the first set, 25-23. Salem won the second one, 25-18. Salem won a 17-7 lead. Now make it 18 on another ace. 3 by Addison Fulton here in this 3rd set. And 5 on the night. The next service comes down, played by Turnbow to the net, and that Ritter couldn't play it back. She tried to reach for it, couldn't elevate it. 19-7, Salem on top. Addison Fulton. Hard serve, and that is just too deep. Point side out, Lady Eagles. It's 8 serving 19. Lauren Ritter back to serve. Ritter's service comes back to White. Plays it up to Howard and across. It goes off the antenna to Taylor Fulton. That will give Bunker the point. Nine serving 19. Ritter's service dug out nicely by Taylor Fulton. Comes back to Jesse in the middle. The Bunker is there, bumped over by Dameth. There's White to Howard, short set for Jesse, but played back by Ritter. Pushed over by Martin. There's White to Howard, back setting it for Hollis for the kill. And played there nicely by Dameth. Pushed across by Turnbow. She had a pass from Martin, but couldn't elevate it high enough. and pushed it right in the net. 20-9, Salem in this third set. Gallagher's service comes down, played by Dameth, up to Ritter. In the middle of the floor, Barton trying to push it across. Lady Tigers are there and pushing it down to Walters, who pushed it over. Back in near, Turnbow trying to dig it across. And a nice dig by White and deflection by Taylor. But Bunker is there to push it back to the vacated deep part of the floor. Point for the Lady Eagles. Two outstanding plays. White able to dig that one out and kept it alive. But then Bunker, seeing that the back of the court was vacated, took advantage of it. That ball is out on the serve by Haley Turnbow. Point sign out, Lady Tigers. Want to thank our friends at Salem License Office for being a proud supporter of your Lady Tigers. 1104 South Main at Crossroads Shopping Center for all your licensing needs. Get in touch with them at 573-729-8305. Salem License Office. Ball came down. Taylor Fulton kind of fanned on it. Pushed deep by Bunker. Pushed back to the net. Green sets it up for Taylor. It's kept alive, but it goes off the rafters. Keeping it alive is Dameth, pushing it over. There's Gallagher to Green. Back setting it for Trista Dooley, who gets the kill. Trista's first kill of the night. 5'10" junior gets her first kill. 22 serving 10. Audrey Green back to serve again. That service is deep. Played there by Barton to Ritter. Back for Barton for the kill. Block down kill. What a nice double block by Taylor Fulton and Allison Walters. Well, I believe Walters got the kill. 23 serving 10. Green's next service. Played there by Barton back to Turnbow. And now Ritter will bump it over. Played nicely there by Walters. Comes back to her for the kill. Nice play by Damon to keep it alive and then pushing it off the net. The Salem Tigers will keep it alive with a nice effort by White. They set it up for Damon. Actually, they set it up for Barton, but the Tigers are wise. They come back to it, just trying to push it over was to Taylor Fulton. Comes back to the net and a nice dink by Barton for the point. Barton used their height right there to reach up, just tap that one away from the attempted block. 11 serving 23. That serve off the net is a perfect ace. Wow. That was a beautiful serve by Kara Barton. (12 serving 23. This is the third set. That service, though, into the twine is a point side out. It's game point for Salem. And Taylor Fulton will go back to serve. Fulton's serve comes down to Turnbow. They set it there for Martin. And the net kept alive by Salem and pushed back over. The bunker is there. Ritter plays it deep. Gallagher to Green. Pushing it to the net is Dooley, and she gets the kill. And the win for the Lady Tigers. 25-12 over the Lady Eagles. We have played 3 sets. We've got another one to go. 25-12. Salem wins this one. They lead it 2-1. Back in 2 minutes. It's Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
Quality services, expedient delivery, and fair pricing has been the rule at Reynolds County Abstract Company. Their experts do a thorough job of handling all aspects of your real estate title and settlement services for a large and ever-growing number of satisfied, loyal clients. For all your purchasing or refinancing needs, large or small, call today for a quote at 573-648-2366 or stop by 2308 Pine Street in Centerville, Missouri. Reynolds County Abstract Company.
R&S Wood Products LLC in Bunker is a major large cut stock and lumber supplier in Missouri, producing pine and mixed hardwoods. They are family owned and operated and also own MWM Wood Products LLC in Salem that does cuts, cross ties, grade lumber, and blocking. R&S Wood Products LLC and MWM Wood Products LLC are buyers for standing timber and logs. Give us a call at 573-689-2850.
Looking for home cooking, soft serve ice cream, and shakes? You need to head to Woods Dairyette. You can dine in or call ahead, and they'll have it ready for you. Family owned and operated, Woods Dairyette.
G&S Convenience Store in Bunker is your one-stop shop. Stop in to top off your tank. They've got gas and diesel. Come inside and pick up your groceries. Get a coffee or soda to go, some snacks for the kiddos, or head to the deli counter for fresh meats and cheeses. G&S Convenience Store in Bunker has a little bit of everything, and they're open 7 days a week.
Welcome back to the Bunker High School Gymnasium. We are getting ready for our fourth set. Salem leads it 2-1. I want to thank our friends at the Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center for all your animal health care needs. Dr. Ashley Cunningham is your vet, be it livestock or your pets. She can take care of you. 573-729-4031 at 900 West Scenic Ridge Boulevard. That's Dr. Ashley Cunningham. And your friends at Jet Tire and Auto at 800 South Park Avenue, providing you with professional level service, a great selection of tires, off-road accessories, and your custom wheels. Check it out, Jet Tire and Auto, 573-729-3650. Here comes Fulton for the kill as we get underway with this first set. And Ritter will put it back over deep. White for the Lady Tigers. Now to Howard for Fulton, and a block kill for Barton. Kara went up and shut that one down. One nothing Lady Eagles. That service right in the net. Point side out, Lady Tigers. Addison Fulton back to serve. We are in the fourth set. 2-1. Salem on top. That comes back to Damath to the nets. Here's Martin trying to push it across on the set from Ritter. Now Howard setting it for Hollis, just pushing across. Comes back to the net, pushing it over is Barton, and played back across on a diving effort by Addie Fulton, but it goes out of bounds. Point side out to the Lady Eagles. Haley Turnbow back to serve. She really had the Tigers thwarted early on, and that service not even hard enough to make it to the top of the net. She really fanned on that one. And Coach Cheyenne Jensen said it's all in your head. She rattled off 7 straight points to win the first set and had 12 points in that first set on service points. Now here's Jovi Gallagher. Ball tipped, pushed over by Damath and in. Tigers looked a little confused there. But a nice play by Damath to get the kill. 3 serving 2. Barton serves it to White. Now to Howard, setting it for Taylor Fulton for the kill. Comes back. Taylor plays it over to Howard. Now comes to Jesse. And she plays it too deep. Point for the Lady Eagles. Jesse Fulton from the left side to the right side played it too deep. 4 serving 2. We're in the fourth set. Service comes over White. Playing it to Howard. Setting it for Fulton. Jesse goes for the kill and gets it off the hands of Ritter. Three serving 4. As side out goes to the Lady Tigers. Audrey Green. Her service comes down, spins right to Martin. That back setting it to Barton was Ritter. And here he is, the Lady Tigers trying to set it for Walters, pushing it over. There is Damath to Ritter. Now to Turnbow, blocked down and kept alive and pushed over, fly by White. Now Gallagher up, bumping it deep. And unable to play it was Barton. Taylor Fulton bumped it deep. It looked like that ball was going out of bounds. But then Barton raced across and played it. And unable to elevate it. There we go. We'll get the words out. Green with her next service. Comes down the sideline, and that's going to be an ace. Turnbow failed to field that one cleanly, and that'll be an ace for Green. It's her second ace of the match. First of this set. Now softer serve comes down to Martin. They set it there for Barton, pushing it deep. Dug out nicely by Gallagher, but to the net. Unfortunately for Jovi, went right to Kiara Turnbow, who gets the block kill. She was just waiting for it and just slammed it down. 5 serving 5. Hadley Martin back to serve. It's a deep one played there by Gallagher. Now setting up on a rafter, finally comes down. Played by Green, and pushing it over is Taylor Fulton. And that's a point for the Lady Tigers. Nope, they're going to call down the bunker way. 6-5 Eagles. First they said Salem, then they changed it. Service comes down, dug out by White. Now to Green, setting it there. Partially blocked as Dooley went for the kill. Played off the net and in by Damon. 7-5 Eagles. Martin to serve again. That service comes down, played by White. To Green, setting it there, just trying to dink it over. And kept alive though by Martin. To White to the net. Green setting it there for Walters and the kill. Nicely done. Point side out, Lady Tigers. Taylor Fulton back to serve. 6 serving 7. We are in the 4th set. 2-1 Salem on top. That service played across nicely by Martin on a deflection. Set there by Gallagher, but pushed into the net by Ritter off the pass from Martin. 7-7 our score. Taylor Fulton to serve. Serves hard serve. That's a beautiful ace. Beautiful. That service comes across, played by Barton to Ritter. Now pushing it over is Damon. There is Addison. Giving it across now to Walters, just played it across. Turnbow is there. Now back to Damath, trying to push it over. Kept alive by the Lady Tigers, Walter. Pushing it back across, and Addison Fulton will bump it over. Barton to the back line to Ritter. Back to Barton, playing it deep. There is Gallagher, passing it to the front to Green. Setting it for Addie Fulton, and she's got the kill off the arm of the diving Kara Barton. Addison with her first kill of this set. 9 serving 7. Service comes across to Martin. Now to Ritter. Pushing it across to Damath. Playing it deep. There is Gallagher. To White. And I should say to Green, whose pass was into the net away from Dooley. Point side out to the Lady Eagles as Jesslyn Damath goes back to serve. Comes down to Gallagher. To Green, setting it there for Walters. Partially tipped at the net, but kept alive by Bunker. Comes to the net, dinked over, kept alive for a moment by Addison Fulton. She actually may have tipped it away from Alexis White, who had come up to help. Nice dink by Kiara Turnbow. 9-9 our score. Here's Green, setting it there for Dooley as she gets the kill. Trista with her third kill of the match and first of this, the 4th set. Ten serving 9. Walters with her service comes back to Martin. To the net by Barton and trying to play it across. Unable to do so was Kiara Turnbow. That's a point for the Lady Tigers. 11 serving 9. Walters' next service, deep, played straight up in the air by Dameth, and then moved back by Ritter, and there'll be 4 hits. Lauren Ritter with a bad pass and a timeout call by Cheyenne Jensen, with Salem on top, 12-9. We're going to take a 30-second break, brought to you by American Family Insurance Agent Jonah Schaefer, 573-729-5165. Get in touch with him to find out what insurance is right for you. Back in 30 seconds, Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Welcome back to Bunker, Missouri. Salem with a 12-9 lead here in this 4th set. They lead it 2-1. Allison Walters with the service. It comes back to Martin, pushing it to the net, but too far into the net on the pass toward the front. Lady Eagles have made a lot of mistakes in the last couple of sets, and Salem has taken advantage of them. Walters with another opportunity here, goes back to Martin. That pass to Ritter. Ritter sets it up for Turnbow, but the Lady Tigers White is there, pushing it back across. Dooley trying to dink it in, but kept alive by Martin. Now White to Green, to Addie Fulton, trying to dink it in. Lauren Ritter is there, pushing it back and trying to bump it over is Turnbow, kept alive by White, pushing it to the net, and dinked down for the kill by Turnbow. Green was going to go down and try and play it out of the net, but it never really got there. Turnbow with the kill. Just reached over the net and just pushed it down. She'll go back to serve, 10 serving 13. That service comes over to White. Nicely dug out to Green, pushing it high in the air and just pushing it down with a block kill is Barton. Kara Barton just waiting for Hollis to try and guide that one over. She was just standing at the net waiting. 11 serving 13. That service comes across to Dooley. Now to Green, pushing it to Hollis, who just pushed it high that time. Now to Ritter, back setting it for Barton, playing it across and in. Going cross court. And it's a 1-point game. Kira Turnbow back to serve. 12 serving 13. Serves a hard serve, dug out nicely by the Lady Tigers, but it, unfortunately on the dig out. Trista Dooley's return went wide and out of bounds. That's an ace. 13-13, and the service goes in the net. Salem has the lead. Rally scoring in volleyball. Somebody's going to get a point on every play. And when the side goes out, the team who gets the side out gets the point because the other team defensively could not score, or offensively could not score. Service by Howard comes down to Dameth, keeping it alive, going right now to Barton, just dinking it in, and they've done that continually tonight. Nice job by Barton. Kara sees that, reads it, and then just dinks it away from the double kill. And Lady Tigers have not done well on fielding that tonight. Howard back over to Fulton. Now to Ritter to the net. Just trying to dink it over, and getting it there is Turnbow. And the Lady Eagles take the lead. Haley Turnbow with her first kill of this match, or in this set. Service comes back to White. Playing into the net to Howard. Sending it there for Jesse Fulton. And now playing it back across is Martin to the net. Short set, going for the dink was Addison Fulton, but it's kept alive, and Dameth plays it across. Pushed over, and the Tigers will play it down the line, and it's out. Lady Eagles get that point. Salem had the chance, but missed the shot. 16 serving 14. Ritter's service comes down. Played by Stewart, now over to White. And bumping it deep will be Jesse Fulton. Here's Ritter. Setting it there for Barton. Playing down the middle of the floor. That's where White is standing. Getting it across to Hollis. And Hollis gets the kill. Morgan Hollis, her first kill of this fourth set. It's a 1-point game with the Eagles on top by 1. 15 serving 16. Addison Fulton service. It's deep. It's way too deep. About 5 feet too deep. Point side out. Lady Eagles. Haley Turnbow with her serve. Soft serve come up. White to Howard to the net. Pushing across and in was Jesse Fulton. Got the roll off the net to go down. Point side out, Lady Tigers. Hollis and Stewart check out. Gallagher comes in, as does Allison Walters. Salem down by 1. Gallagher's service comes back. Played there by Turnbow to Ritter and bumped over by Barton. There's White to the net. Howard sending it there for Fulton, and Taylor Fulton gets the kill. 17-17. Fourth set here. Gallagher service again too deep. Point side out, Lady Eagles. Barton back to serve. Kara plays that across to Howard. It comes too deep. Just pushing it back across. Tigers got a little bit lucky there. Now goes for Taylor Fulton, but she missed wide. And the Eagles have a 2-point lead. And a timeout called by Coach Satterley. With the score, Bunker 19, Salem 17. Let's take a 30-second break and come back. Brought to you by American Family Insurance. It's Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%. American Family Insurance.
And welcome back to Bunker, Missouri. Don't forget our friends at Dent County Farm Supply have feed, fertilizers, mowers, weed eaters, everything you're going to need for the farm, but as well, your home. Yep, both of them. Locally owned, right here in Salem at 1716 Scenic Rivers Boulevard to the west. Dent County Farm Supply. Want to thank our friends at GNS Convenience and GNS Farm and Feed for help bringing you Lady Eagle Volleyball on KSMO Media. Barton with a service comes back to White, comes over to Howard, tips it into the net. All Josie did was deflect it over, and a point side out, Lady Tigers. Green will go back to serve. 18 serving 19. Salem leads it 2-1. They'll be in Kabul tomorrow. That service comes over, and it's going to be an ace. It was deflected by Martin and then hit Barton. So Green gets the ace. Her next service comes across, played by Martin to Ritter. Ritter back setting it for Damath, pushing it across at the net. Tigers keep it alive. No, they cannot. Call for a caught ball. Point to the Lady Eagles. They lead it by 1. Martin back to serve. Hadley service comes right down to Gallagher. Coming across, trying to dink it in was Walters, but it comes back to Barton. There's White for the Tigers. Now to Green, to Dooley, trying to dink it in. And now Ritter back toward Damath, trying to play it across and in. Salem had the chance to get the set there, but Dooley just pushed it across. Maybe the timing wasn't there, but that would have been an opportune time to tie it. But all she could do is guide it back in the middle of the floor. and the Eagles took advantage of it. 21 serving 19. Service comes down to White. Over to Fulton. And now bumped over by Dooley. Playing in the middle of the floor. Comes to the net, Ritter. Setting it there for Turnbow. Trying to push it down. There's Tiger player Fulton going for the kill. Kept alive. Ritter now to Damath going for the kill. She gets it. 22-19. Eagles on top. That was a very smart play by Jesselyn Damath as the Tigers flooded to one side. Here's Gallagher. Now to Green, setting it at the net for Walters, and she gets the kill. Walters got there just before Turnbow and got the dink. She's got 8 kills in this match. And Taylor Fulton back to serve. 20 serving 22. Service comes down, played to the net, across to Damath. She's trying to dink it over. Tigers keep it alive, comes back across to Ritter, pushing it deep. Taylor Fulton to Green. Going all the way across, and out of bounds it is. An attempted kill by Trista Dooley. Dooley had the right idea, but it missed by about 4 or 5 inches. 23 serving 20. Damath with the service. Played there by Addison Fulton to Green. Setting it there for Walters. Now they set it for Turnbow. She's going to try and push it across. Does. Green. And into Walters, who just guided into the net. Game point for Bunker. And Coach Sadley wants a timeout. 24-20, Lady Eagles on top in this 4th set. And we're going to take a 30-second break and come back. Brought to you by American Family Insurance agent Jonas Schaefer. 729-5165. Back in 30. It's Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. A couple of those sponsors include Discount Bins in Salem. Discount Bins has truckloads of new merchandise each week, and the prices drop every day until they're gone. Jet Tire and Auto, Salem's only licensed Lucas Oil Service Center. Drive in today at 800 South Park Avenue right here in Salem. Thanks to these fine sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events.
And we welcome you back to the Bunker High School gym. Lady Eagles have game point to try and tie this at 2 sets each and force that game 5. Salem would need at least 6 straight points to keep this one alive. Down by 4. The service by Damath comes to White. Getting into Green. Setting it there for Addison Fulton for the kill. She's got it. Point side out, Lady Tigers. Allison Walters back to serve. 21 serving 24. Service comes across to Martin. To Ritter, now to Barton. Playing it into the net. Point for the Lady Tigers. Remember in volleyball, you have to win by 2. Right now it's 24-22 Lady Eagles with Salem serving. Walters next service. Dug out there by Martin to Ritter, trying to dig it across. Played there by Dooley. Now to Green, and pushed over by Fulton. Addie Fulton with the kill. And the Lady Tigers are within 1. As we mentioned, it'll take almost 6 straight points for Salem to win it. They've got 3 of them. Walter's next service comes down to Damath. And that can't be played, or can it? Yes. The Bunker Eagles got it back. Keeping it alive, and now going deep with it is Hollis. Playing back toward it, then comes Turnbow for the kill. She's got it. And the Lady Eagles beat Salem again by a score of 25-23, forcing a 5th set. We'll come back in 2.5 minutes. It's Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
The Bank of Salem was founded in 1883 on the principles of local ownership, a commitment to the people of our community, local decisions, and a conservative approach to banking. As one of the oldest locally owned banks in the Ozarks, we've had the privilege to serve generations of local families. We pride ourselves on dedication to our customers and the people of Dent County, and we take pride in being an important part of it for years to come. The Bank of Salem, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Town & Country Supermarkets. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available. Then clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop in the store for your favorite items, then tell us your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan this QR code to learn more and start saving more today.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and ThinkTime make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Call Joe Brand in Salem at 729-3831.
Want to change a life in just 1 hour a week? Thanks to the opioid settlement funds through Healthy Dent County, the Mentoring Makes a Difference program is here, connecting caring adults with local students. 1 hour of your time can make a lasting difference. Join us today and become a mentor. Contact liberty@salemcommunitycenter.org or call 573-729-8163. Mentoring makes a difference. 1 hour, one child, one big impact.
Welcome back to the Bunker Gymnasium. 1-0 Salem Lady Tigers. They got the fifth match started a little bit early. So we are back to it, and here's Taylor Fulton pushing it across. Martin to the net to Ritter. Now trying to dig it across, and getting that is Barton. As Stewart couldn't get there in time. 1-1 our score. Lauren Ritter to serve. 2 sets each. This is the final set. Only at 15 points now. Here comes Barton, kept alive by the Lady Tigers. Howard at the net for Fulton, and she gets the kill off the hands of Turnbow. Taylor Fulton drilled it right at Kiera Turnbow, and she just got caught flat-footed. Could not move in time. The kill for the Lady Tigers. And they have a 2-1 lead. Gallagher back to serve. 2 serving 1. Comes down to Martin. Getting in the middle of the floor, pushing it across. They're getting that kill with Barton. Kara has had great success with that angle shot. And the Salem Lady Tigers have not been able to stop that all night long. 2 serving 2 as Haley Turnbow goes back to serve. That service is very short. Dug up by White to Taylor Fulton and bumped over by Jesse. Turnbow to Ritter, setting it for Damath, trying to dink it over, but Salem's there for that one. Howard to White. Now for Taylor Fulton to put it in the net. (3-2) Lady Eagles. Haley Turnbow puts that one deep, played there by Gallagher to White, and now bumped over by Howard. Right in the middle. Turnbow to Ritter, setting it there for Barton, just trying to dink it in. The Tigers are there to keep it alive. Ritter in the middle, Barton plays it deep. Gallagher's there for Salem. Now to Howard, across to Fulton for the kill. That's good. Down the line, right by the ear of Lauren Ritter. Taylor's second of this 5th set. 3-3 our score. And again, the fifth set goes to only 15 points. Green back to serve. That service comes down, played to the net by Turnbow. Ritter sending it for Damath, pushing it across. There is White. They're back set it for Dooley, and Bunker trying to keep it alive. They do. They push it across. White to the net. Green setting it there for Fulton. Kept alive nicely by Turnbow at the net. Pushed over and kept alive by Dooley. Now Green to Taylor Fulton again. Softly hit. Ritter pushing it to Barton. They try and dig it over. It was Barton, but the Tigers were wise that time. Now Walters going for it. Tipped. Comes down. And the Tigers panicked a little bit too much with two girls going after it. Bunker's going to get it. You can't have two girls go after a ball going out of bounds. That's just not going to work. And they're unable to keep it alive. 4-3 Bunker. Barton's service comes to White. Getting it over to Green. Now comes across to Fulton. Kept alive there by Barton. Ritter to Barton in the middle. Going for the kill. Kept alive. But pushed out of bounds by the Lady Tigers, and the Lady Eagles have a 5-3 lead. Kara Barton to serve. 5 serving 3. That service comes down. White getting it to Dooley and bumped over by Green. Barton to the net to Ritter. They set it there for Turnbow with a block kill by the Lady Tigers. I believe it was Taylor Fulton. Point side out, Lady Tigers. 4 serving 5. This is the 5th set. Fulton service. That's in on the back line. That's an ace. Ball was hit pretty hard, but it started to die when it got across the net. And it fell in about a foot before the line. We're tied 5-5. Taylor Fulton's next service. That's off the net, kept alive by Ritter. Back to Barton, and now Turnbow will bump it over. There is Gallagher. To Green, they set it for Walters. Tipped to the net, pushed back by Damath. To Ritter, now back to Turnbow. Tipped to the net, and in. Kira Turnbow with that kill. 6 serving 5, Eagles back on top. Martin to serve. Serves it deep. White to Gallagher, pushing it toward the net. That's not a very good pass. And it'll be a 7-5 Bunker lead. No way that anybody could get to that one. That was going to right in front of the scorer's bench. 7-5 Lady Eagles, and they have the ball to serve. Hadley Martin, her next service comes across, and that is out. Didn't miss by much. That's a heck of a serve by Martin. Missed by about 6 inches. Allison Walters back to serve. 6 serving 7. That service is too deep. Point for the Lady Eagles. Allison got underneath that one. That thing took off. 8 serving 6. Damath serve comes up. Played there by Stewart. Now to Green. Now over to Dooley, who put it right in the net. Coach Satterley wants a timeout with the Bunker Lady Eagles leading at 9-6. We'll take a 30-second break, brought to you as a courtesy of your friends at American Family Insurance. It's Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
And the star of this match was brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Schrader is your agent. Remember, for all of your life's when it happens, be prepared. When you buy a new home, buy a new car, or have a child, get in touch with Willie. He'll make sure you get your needs covered. 573-729-4941. Damath with that serve. That's too deep. Point side out, Lady Tigers. That's a good timeout call by Coach Satterley to take the momentum away from the Lady Eagles. It'll be Howard back to serve, 7 serving 9. Remember, the fifth set only goes to 15. Howard's service comes down, played to the net by Barton. They set it to the net. Trying to dig it across was Turnbow. Tigers get it back to Jesse Fulton. Played up high in the air. Stewart setting it now for Hollis, playing it deep. But there's Dameth to Ritter. Now to Barton going down the middle. Play there by Howard. Pushed across by Addison Fulton. Comes into the net and pushed back over by Turnbow. Kept alive to the net. Here's Hollis going for the kill. She's got it off of the hands of Dameth. That ball would have been deep. Tigers get a break. Get it right at somebody. It's hard to get out of the way. 8 serving 9. Howard to serve. Soft serve. Dug out nicely. Put up high in the air. Howard sending it now for Hollis for the kill, but right into Barton. Here's Ritter at the net. Pushing it down is Fulton on the block. Kill on the bad pass by Lauren Ritter. Ritter put that ball right in Addison's reach, and she pushed it down for the kill. 9-9 our score. Service comes across, dug out by Martin. Ritter now comes across to Turnbow, partially blocked. The Tigers have it. Now Stewart to Jesse Fulton, going deep off the arm of Barton. It's a kill. And the Lady Tigers have a 1-point lead. A timeout called by Coach Cheyenne Jensen. Salem down 9-6 to score the last 4 points. And we are within 5 points of a winner of this match. It's 10-9. We're going to keep it here and just tell you that our Lady Tigers will be at Kabul tomorrow. Again, a freshman C-team game will start. Then the JV and then the varsity all around 5:30 or so. But there's a junior high basketball game prior to the Lady Tiger volleyball game at Kabul tomorrow. So that's getting you a little notice on that. Our next broadcast will be Thursday when the Licking Lady Wildcats come to town, and we'll be there to bring that one to you on KSMO Media. And that'll start with a freshman game at 5, then the JV, and then the varsity. So our varsity matchup will be around 7 o'clock on KSMO. Really want to thank all our friends here at Bunker for welcoming us for this matchup between Salem and Bunker. Salem with a 10-9 lead. As Howard will serve again. Service comes back to Martin, pushing it over to Turnbow. Kept alive there by the Lady Tigers. Howard now to Hollis off the netting and kept alive and pushed back over by the Bunker Eagles. But they can't keep it alive on the pushback by Addison Fulton. Ritter got it. Tried to elevate it up to get it back to Turnbow, but failed to do so. 11 serving 9. Salem with the last 5 points. Josie Howard's next service comes down to Martin. Ritter gets to it, and then Barton will push it across. And that's in front of a diving White. Point for the Lady Eagles. And side out. Kira Turnbow back to serve. This has been a seesaw match all the way through. Turnbow service comes back to White, pushing it to the net, and caught ball called on Salem. (11-11) our score. Turnbow's next service comes down, played up to the net. Howard setting it there for Fulton. Block kill attempted by Turnbow, but it goes out of bounds. And the Lady Tigers get the point and the side out. 12 serving 11. Game 5, the 5th set of the best of 5. Addison Fulton with a service. Comes down off the arms of Martin. It's going to be an ace. Addison Fulton with her 7th ace of the night. Second of this 5th set. 13 serving 11. Addie Fulton again to serve. It's deep, played there by Martin. Up to Ritter, and then bumping it over is Turnbow. Addie Fulton gets it high to Howard, setting it there for Taylor Fulton. Tipped and in off the hand of Haley Turnbow. Game and match point for the Lady Tigers. One of these teams will have 10 wins on the year. As Addie Fulton goes back. Game and match point. It's an ace off the hands of Turnbow. And the Lady Tigers win it by a score of 15-11 over the Bunker Lady Eagles in a very entertaining back and forth matchup here between these two teams. So identical. 9-17-1 for Salem, 9-15-2 for Bunker. Salem now gets their 10th win as Bunker falls to 9-16-2 on the year. What a nice match. Hope you enjoyed it. Here on KSMO Media, we'll take a 2-minute break and come back and wrap it up. Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
Hi, I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They are so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Thanks to our amazing sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these sponsors include Living the Dream Outdoor Properties of Salem, specialize in all types of outdoor properties. Rocking G Western Trading Post. Visit today for superior service and personalized attention. Thanks to these fine sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events.
Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center in Salem is here for all of your veterinary needs. From your house cat to a herd of cattle, Dr. Cunningham and her expert staff are here to help. Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center is committed to providing your animals with the highest level of care and support. Schedule an appointment today for checkups, boarding, surgery, supplies, or even 24/7 emergency services for established clients. Stop by or call in today and get the veterinary care that your pets deserve.
And we welcome back to the Bunker High School Gymnasium, where the Salem Lady Tigers defeated the Bunker Lady Eagles, but it took 5 sets. Salem lost the first one to Bunker, 23-25. Won the second one, 25-18. Won very convincingly in the third set, 25-12. The Bunker Lady Eagles rallying the fourth set to win it 25-23. For the Lady Tigers, outlasted the Lady Eagles 15-11 in the fifth set to win this one to go to 10. And 17-1 on the season. Lady Tigers were led by Addison Fulton with 12 kills and 8 aces tonight being served. But it was a good team effort, though. They had a lot of contributions from a lot of different people. And Morgan Hollis had 8 kills in the game, 3 for Trista Dooley. And also adding to the matchup was Taylor Fulton. She finished up with 6 kills and 3 aces. But Addie Fulton with the 12 kills, 8 aces, the leader. And then it was Allison Walters with 8 kills as well in the contest. And 5 kills for Jessie Fulton for the Lady Tigers as they win this one in 5 sets. Leading the way for the Lady Eagles was Kara Barton. Again, these are all unofficial numbers, but she had 12 kills on the night as well. Kara Turnbow had 9, and Haley Turnbow had 3. Haley Turnbow had 5 aces, but she was the one that won the first set as she served basically 12 service points in that game by herself. 7 in a row after they were trailing 18-23. Bunker came back and won at 25-23. That's pretty amazing. Haley really did a great job of serving. Salem just couldn't figure that out, and they finally did by the third set where Haley then started to struggle a little bit. But give a lot of credit. Tyler's made some adjustments to her serves, which were soft, and then she tried to get a little bit harder and then kind of lost her feel and started hitting net balls. And that really helped the Salem Tigers out in that third and fourth sets as well. But again, a very, very entertaining matchup. We hope you enjoyed it. Salem again goes to 10-17-1 on the year, and Bunker falls to 9-16-2 on the season. Salem's next matchup will be tomorrow. They'll be in Kabul to take on the Bulldogs. The Lady Bulldogs will be hosting now one that was originally scheduled back in September, rescheduled for tomorrow. And again, we'll start things out with a freshman game, which will follow a junior high girls basketball game. So however long that lasts, and then the varsity game will be the last game of the night with a JV in between. May only be a couple of sets of varsity, or sorry about that. May only be a couple of sets of freshmen and JV, but definitely will be a long day at the Kabul Gymnasium tomorrow night. Our next broadcast will be on Thursday when Salem will host the Licking Lady Wildcats. We'll be there to bring that one to you. Again, starting out with a freshman matchup at 5. The JV will follow, and then we'll have the varsity matchup at about 6:45 to 7 on KSMO Media. Don't forget Friday night, Salem Tiger football. It'll be senior night. They host the Mountain Grove Panthers. That'll be right here on KSMO beginning at 6:30 with Tiger Talk and Coach Neil Myers following the Tigers' overtime win against Willow on Friday night. They'll see how they come out against the Mountain Grove Panthers. We hope you'll be with us for that. In the meantime, I want to thank everybody for listening in to us or watching us on the video stream on KSMO Radio, AM 1340 and FM 95.7, or video streaming with us on KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. I want to thank our Bunker sponsors as well, and we'll be back in Bunker. We got a few more games coming up on our schedule with them, so we'll have the Lady Eagles back on. They are title sponsors, G&S Convenience and G&S Farm and Feed. I also want to remind you that other sponsors are the City of Bunker, Canoke Salem, R&S Wood Products, Anytime Excavation, Healing Hands Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Reynolds County Abstract, People's Community Bank, Woods Dairyette, 72 Auto and Supply, Farm Bureau Insurance Willie Strader Agent, and Lafayette Mexican Restaurant. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. For Ben doing the video controls, for Sally back at the station, my name is Stan Stevens. Thanking you for joining us for Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO. We hope you have a fantastic Monday night, and good evening from Bunker, Missouri.
Thank you for tuning into this broadcast of Salem Tiger Sports. Tonight's game wouldn't be possible without these incredible sponsors: Town and Country Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa, Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Taxmasters, Town and Country Insurance, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Joe Brand and Leah Nash, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, United Country Salem Realty, Stephen Patterson Attorney at Law, American Family Insurance, Hubs Tire Center, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center Incorporated, On the Spot Auto Glass, Ozark Overhead Door, Shelter Insurance, Jet Tire and Auto, The Technology Junkyard, Legends Automotive LLC, Salem License Bureau, Prevention Consultants of Missouri, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Discount Bins, Flying W Boutique, Healthy Dent County, the City of Salem, VIP Properties, Salem Farm Equipment, Living the Dream Outdoor Properties, Quick Tan and more, Four Rivers Community Health Center and Rocking G Western Trading Post. Thank you for watching tonight's game of Salem Lady Tiger Volleyball, right here on KSMO Media.